We now continue our countdown of the top 10 ag law developments from 2025, from property rights to input regulations. There were a number of legal issues and outcomes that could impact farmers and ranchers in the year ahead. Our good friend Roger McEowen with the Washburn School of Law joins us now for more on this list. We covered 10. We're at number 9. Roger, good to see you. So at number 9, we're talking about North Dakota's CO2 storage law being struck down. Tell us about this case and the court's decision here.
Yeah, good to be with you, Suzanne. This one is the first time in the 30-some years that I've been doing this top 10 list that I've ever had a local county trial court decision make my top 10 list. But I think it's that significant as it goes to the North Dakota Supreme Court now. And then the implications could be broader than that. I think they will be. But what happened in this one is North Dakota passed a CO2 storage law that said that contained an amalgamation provision in it. And it said that if a company that wanted to put a pipeline in got 60% of the landowners to agree to enter into easements and those types of things to allow the line to come through their property, that would bind the 40% that didn't agree to go along with that. The court said that no, the pore space into which the CO2 was going to be injected beneath their property, that belongs to the private property owners of the surface. And that constituted a constitutional taking requiring compensation under the Fifth Amendment. And so the court struck down the North Dakota CO2 law.
Well, wow, I can't imagine the implications that this would have. I mean, majority rule, that would not be fair, would it?
Well, there are a number of other states that have amalgamation provisions. You get into Wyoming and some other states, and I think the North Dakota Supreme Court will uphold this. I think this is right based on private property law and the Fifth Amendment, and you own the property, the soil, and the space beneath the surface. And these amalgamation provisions are probably suspect. So this could have, not just with CO2, but you think of wind energy, you think of solar leases, those types of situations where the companies are trying to acquire access rights could be affected. And I think if we look forward, this time next year, we may be talking more about this same issue, Suzanne.
Wow. All right, let's cover number 8. Roger, the concept of deducting residual fertilizer supply. Tell us about this strategy.
Oh, this is the wild, wild west of tax that's out there right now. We don't have a statute. We don't have any rules. It's commonly referred to as the Section 180 deduction, but that's not right. That's for purchased fertilizer on an annual basis. But the idea here, the concept, and I understand the concept, and the IRS has blessed the concept at least over 30 years ago, but then they've never said anything since. And that is when I buy farmland or I inherit farmland, can I take some of the value of that purchase price or the value of the land itself and allocate it to the nutrients in the soil and either amortize that or depreciate that? And I'll tell you, a lot of people are doing this, and I've seen some of the deductions be 50% of the land value. So you get some of that Iowa farmland that's $20,000 per acre, and you allocate $10,000 per acre to residual soil fertility and write it off. That's a big deduction. But the thing is, we don't know whether it's depreciation. We don't know whether it's depletion. We don't know whether you can go back a number of years and file a 3115 and pick it up if you hadn't claimed it when you bought the land a number of years ago. It's just wide open right now.
So there's still a little uncertainty. I mean, as far as this playing out, what's going to need to happen here?
Well, I'm in the process of writing a statute and try to give us some rules on this. And I am talking to people in the Congress. They're starting to get up to speed on it. And we'll see as we go forward, trying to also educate IRS on it because they're behind the curve. The people that wrote that tech advice in 1991, they're not around anymore. And we've lost a lot of the farm people in IRS in recent years through retirements and just attrition. And so it's a learning curve even for the IRS to get up to speed on this one.
Yeah, that's dangerous territory when they're scratching their head on it. Roger, thank you, as always, for joining us. Love this list, and we look forward to number 7 coming soon. Roger McEowen with the Washburn School of Law.